What's going on, guys? We are back tonight with a showcase video for you, and we're going to take a look at the new card, Stop Motion. And I'm going to preface right now with saying, if you're looking for a strong deck for League this week, it's probably not the deck. But if you're looking for a lot of fun, this is a good deck. I really like this deck. It's fun to play, and we're trying Stop Motion. So if you know what that card is, we're trying to get combos. So let's take a look. New card, Stop Motion, says, when played, if you've played 3 or more combos this game, your cards in hand gain 24 permanently. So we're going to go with hand buffs. I'm going to take you back to the days of old when I submitted a deck to Avid, and it was this deck right here, Dolly's Perm. You guys probably remember this if you have looked in curated decks. This is my deck that I created, and it is a deck in curated, which is cool. But we're going to kind of mimic that style of, the idea was permanent buffs. So you're in your hand. So perm hand buffs, kind of based around Dolly the sheep was the idea originally. So when drawn, your cards in hand gain 8 permanently. And if you've played Dolly the sheep this game, your cards in hand gain an additional 8 permanently. So that was kind of the idea when I first built the deck, was how do I get as many hand buffs as possible so that when we get to the late game, these things are massive and they've just been getting permanently buffed all game. So, again, back to the new card. I really like this idea, though. They haven't really done this, at least that I can think of, where they, if you've played X number of combos, you get really good incentives. So I'm hoping we see more cards like this in the future. It could definitely make combo decks in general, number one, really fun to play, and number two, maybe they eventually become a meta or staple in the meta of some sort. So I'm looking for something like that, hopefully. I will preface now and say Stop Motion is a little underwhelming because it triggers so late. I really wished the permanent buff would have been a little bit stronger, because you could play a card like Charles Dickens. That's going to be a late buff, round 4, which is usually when you get Stop Motion, unless you have a fistful of combos going on, which we don't. So that is one of the reasons I'm triggering it so late. But I don't know. I feel like there's upside to it and there's downside. Obviously, in this deck specifically, we're gonna try to trigger late, just because I don't want to. There's not tons of good combo cards, but there's a few decent ones. So we selected some ones that I really like. And one specifically we talked about in yesterday's video is the Steadfast Tin Soldier combo. It combos with Ballet. So that's going to be one of our triggers to help Stop Motion. So this card says, if played next to Ballet, this card gains 60 perm. And then Ballet, we're going to play it in the middle slot to get the 40 perm. So again, we're shooting for the permanent buffers here. So you can see these aren't hand buffs, but they're still doing perm buffs, which is nice. We've got Rat King for more hand buff. So when drawing, your cards in hand gain 13 perm. And this card loses 13 perm. Archangel, some more permanent buffing going on here. 2 random cards in hand gain 25 until played. And then a random card in hand gains 30 perm. So again, more perm buff. The set of all sets, at the start of each turn, this card gains 7 perm. Another random card in your hand gains 7 perm. It can be a little awkward to hold this sometimes in this deck because we're trying to cycle for combos early. So we usually lose early in this deck, which is one of the reasons I tossed in Cartwheel. So hopefully we have a shot in the late game with the big buff this thing receives. We're going to try to play it turn 4, round 1, and then hopefully we get it again round 5, turn 3. So that's the idea with Cartwheel. You want to always try to cycle to get that if you can, if it's possible. Door to Hell is going to be one of our ways to try to steal an early round with the 50 buff, because, again, we're fiddling around early trying to get the cards lined up so that we can get these buffs or these combos to trigger Stop Motion. That's kind of what the deck wants to do. It's just, again, it's a fun deck. We're not necessarily winning all the games with it, but it's fun, and that's all I care about. You guys, if you watch the channel, I'm not sweaty. I'm not here to win every game. We try to have fun. We try to use the unique cards they give us, so I think this is a cool card. I really love the combo idea, and I'm hoping they can capitalize on it better in the future. P.T. Barnum. So basically, if you have not played P.T. Barnum this game, your opponent's cards in hand lose 20 perm. So a little debuff on our opponent. And then when played for every time you've played PT Barnum this card gains 40 perm. So again, more perm buffs on itself. And then all cards in both players' hands lose 12 this turn. So a little more debuff. William Sebold, when played, if this is the only espionage card in your deck, your opponent's cards in hand gain 15 this turn, and this in your cards in hand gain 15 perm. Let me double check that is the only espionage. I never did double check. Okay, it is. I was like, maybe I need to check that. I'm pretty sure I seen it triggering, but just in case. When we got Pika in the deck. When played, your opponent's cards in hand lose 7 perm. This card gains 35 perm. Originally had there's a combo card with Pika that gives it more power, and it combos as well. Had it in the deck. I swapped it because I wanted to do at least something like a World Turtle or an Auto Tune or a Statue of Liberty, something to give at least an until played buff on most of the deck to get the the power level up a little bit. So we went World Turtle, just how the cards were falling. It seemed like the easiest one to slot. So we went World Turtle for the 14 until played. It's hitting most of the deck, not all of it. I think we got 2 cards that aren't getting hit, so 16 cards. We originally also, too, had, instead of Archangel and Set of All Sets and Cartwheel, I had Bobblehead in the deck for more perm. But the nuclear cards are so bad right now, it's just not even worth playing Bobblehead. And I released back in the day a few nuclear cards I thought would be really good. So I'm hoping they can consider them in the future. In card ideas on the Discord, I dropped them. So hopefully somebody finds them one day in there, and we can get some nuclear options. Because right now, what we have is not worth playing. And I would love to have Bobblehead in this deck because that would be fantastic. But alas, we had to take it out because it wasn't strong enough. What else? We've got REM Sleep. So dropping down, I'm going to skip that for now. We do have Chang'e in the deck. When played, if it's played next to the moon, your cards in hand gain 14 perm. So Chang'e not only it doesn't combo, but it buffs with the moon, as it says. So you need the moon to be able to get the 14 perm. But if you play Chang'e in Mooncake, you actually get a combo, which does help our stop motion. So if you guys weren't aware of this combo, it also has a secret ability attached to it of, I think they buff each other 20 perm each, if I'm not mistaken, as a secret ability. So keep that in mind for this little cool combo if you're looking to trigger combos anyway. And then we've got REM Sleep, of course, also comboing with the moon. So, or not comboing, but plays with the moon. So if you've played the moon this game, your cards in hand gain 22 and cost +1 perm. So again, more hand buff going on there. Pando debuffs itself, and then it buffs our entire deck 5 permanently, which is nice. So again, more hand perm. So you can see what we're doing here, guys. Fun little deck. Again, our goal to try to cycle Tin Soldier Ballet combo and Chang'e Mooncake combo. I'm going to do at least one of those twice, and then one of them once, and then try to play stop motion to get the 24 perm hand buff, and then hopefully we can get it twice. So we're trying to get it early enough to where hopefully we can trigger it twice. But very tough to do, and that's what makes the deck fun, honestly. So if you guys like that idea, give it a try, maybe tweak some things. Maybe you can make it a little better than me, but for now, I think it's good enough to show. It's not terrible. I did beat a really decent deck with it, surprisingly. It was a boxing deck. But other than that, I mean, it's hit or miss. I think I lost to amphibians with it. I lost to a few decks, but I did win a few as well. So, but the cycling really matters, I noticed. So it's kind of gotta go your way. And if it doesn't go your way, not always the greatest. But you guys can be the judge. Let me know. Like I said, this is just for fun. We're not expecting to win by any means, especially against really strong decks. This deck is, just for fun. Again. All right, not the greatest setup here. Was really hoping to cycle Cartwheel later, but I might need to just play it now, get it down. because I do need my. I drew 2 of my combo pieces out of whack, which kind of screws up the deck a little bit when this happens, especially when they're next to each other, because then part of the combo is going to want to draw into part of the other combo each time as they cycle, so it can be a little bit awkward. So I was going to say, I'm hoping to hit Ballet here so I can hopefully get Tin Soldier and Ballet away from Chang'e, so that they're not drawing together. So there's a combo. Did we win the round too? Didn't expect that. Like I said, we're kind of fiddling around cycling right now. But I'll take it. If we can pull an early win, I'll take it. All right, there's our moon. Ooh, we drew moon and mooncake. Oh, come on. Dude, we was about to... You guys seen it? We was about to go off. It was about to be crazy. All right, well. He didn't want none. He didn't want none of that stop motion. The craziness. But all right, guys, definitely if you enjoy the content, please, as always, hit that like button and that subscribe button. It does help the channel out. We've kind of stalled out recently. Again, I haven't really been posting a ton either, but we would like to keep the subscribers up, try getting some of you new guys that come watch the channel, you know, but don't hit the subscribe button. Come on, man. Help a brother out. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, we drew stop motion on the rip, which is kind of awkward, because you really want to play at least one combo before you play stop motion, so that way when it draws back, hopefully you'll have played the other 2. So a little awkward. Let's do it like this. Hold stop motion for now, unless we have to play it. But this is what's fun about the deck. You really got to think about how to cycle it, try to get it set up, and it's a brain teaser. So that was an awkward draw too. Not what we wanted. I think we have to play stop motion now. Well, I guess I don't. I could play 2 cards, but I really don't want to. Let's play 3 and just play it. Try to cycle. Looks like we got a Feudal Japan deck. Those hit pretty hard late game, so I am a bit nervous about that. All right, we got one of our combos, so let's go ahead and play it. I don't like playing this one first. Usually I really prefer playing, especially round 1. I really like having Ballet and Tin Soldier in round 1. But you can see the secret ability trigger. And we got, so let's take a look. It did trigger 20 Perm there, you can see, and the 14 Perm from Chang'e. So the secret ability does 20 on each one. So for those that didn't know, all right, we drew our cartwheel right. Perfect timing, though. That's always good to see. Let's slot you right there. So round 2, turn 1, you want to play slot 3. So you draw round 4, turn 1, and then you play slot 1, and you'll get it round 5, turn 3, right? So we want cartwheel round 5, turn 3, and round 4, turn 1. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, drew Door to Hell. So if we do Door to Hell here, we can draw it round 4, turn 1, and cycle it with cartwheel to get 5 on 5-3. So let's do that, because that's good to draw on the last turn of the game, and then hopefully you don't have to play it, because it's usually not the biggest card you're going to have in your hand. So if we make it to round 5, that's the thing. I mean, the way it's looking right now, we might not make it there. All right, we got that REM sleep trigger. That's nice. All right, let's drop you 2 together. And what do we like here? Let's do Let's do turtle. We be turtling. We be turtling. Oh, we got us. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping to win at least one of those first 2 rounds because chances of this deck sweeping the last 3 is pretty low. You kind of want to win round 2 most of the time. That's also what Door to Hell's for early. You want to get it early and hopefully steal one of those rounds. But it's not impossible to win these 3, but not likely. But again, this deck's not for winning, so that's why I prefaced with that. We're here for fun. It's doing decent, though. I think we would have won that last game had he not quit. We were looking pretty strong. We recycled nice, too, which is pretty good. All right, there's stop motion, but we only triggered twice, I think. So we need to trigger Chang first, then we can get that stop motion down next turn. So let's do it like this. We don't have the moon with it this time, which kind of sucks, but that's all right. Is what it is. It is what it is. Ooh, I don't think we're making it to round 4 anyway. It's not looking great. So we might have to play set of all sets here, even though we don't really want to, just to have a chance. Ooh, and it buffed it too. That's nice. That actually might have helped us. Let's see. Oh, he had a good turn, though. I was really hoping he didn't have a 500 power turn there. All right, well, we got swept. Dang, we would have triggered stop motion twice, too. That would have been good. Well, poop. All right, we'll go one more. See if we can get a little better cycling action. Like I said, it's nice to get the soldier in ballet first. But it's hard to do. Like I said, this deck, more for fun. Last game, since that first one was kind of a flop, we'll do one more. Hopefully we can get a win tonight. So what else is good? Today, I was thinking about my song that I wrote the other day. I sent it to one of my buddies to check out. Just some lyrics I wrote for a song. And was kind of hoping to hopefully make something of it too one of these days. It seemed like a pretty decent song. The guy I sent it to's got a band, so I'm hoping they check the song out and they're like, yeah, let's try to use this. So I don't know, we'll see. I went on my BMI account and was checking it out too today. For those of you that don't know, that's where you can license your song at. You go on and set that up. It's kind of neat. Ooh. So we got the moon, but we don't have the moon cake. So this might be one of them games where we don't get the moon cake. No, let's do it like that. And okay. Well, this might not be a stop motion game. That's what happens if it doesn't hit right and you got some awkward cards you got to hold. It can be tough. Definitely be tough. We have a good shot, I think, to win this round, so let's just go for that. Maybe we still pull this out. Maybe, just maybe, we can pull this bad boy out. All right. Looking decent. Opponents really got no competition deck, though, is the problem. So, not a great one to show. We're probably going to win. Looks like a bot, so a little unfortunate. I do like showing off against people. A little more fun. But yeah, anyway, I was thinking about my song, trying to figure out what to do with it. If I ended up going on Reddit too, and I was looking around. Apparently, there's like people on there that you can like collaborate with and stuff. So, people looking for like writers, and some people looking for composers or producers, and et cetera, et cetera. So, I don't know. I was thinking maybe dabbling on there. I don't know if you guys know of any composers, but I would definitely look for, because I'm more of a writer myself, so I would prefer to have somebody else like put the music to it. I could probably do something, but not to the extent that some of these guys can really put some music to some of these songs. It's looking ugly too. Yeah, he can win this one. I don't care. No, he can't win this one. No, I'm stealing it. Forget you, bot. We're going to ace it. Try to give him the win. He can't even do it. Come on, man. But yeah, let me know if you guys like these fun decks. I mean, we can always go back as well to heavy meta decks. You know, I usually don't try to get sweaty, but if you guys enjoy those kind of videos, I can do those too. Doesn't matter, but lately I've just been having fun with some, off the wall decks. That and they changed the league up to where, I don't know if you guys you get 2 shields now instead of 1. So honestly, I'm surprised I'm not seeing more crazy decks out there. It still seems like people are really trying to grind this thing, and I don't get it, just to me it's like, just have fun playing what you like and fun decks. Like, I don't know why people try so hard to win. I mean, I get it, the game is about winning, but at some point it's like you got to have fun with it too and not just play the same deck every game. So my favorite thing with this game's always been deck creating, personally. Just coming up with crazy ideas, crazy decks. Makes the game kind of fresh and enjoyable. But if you have a request, please drop it in the comments. We'll, if you got a deck specifically you'd like to see, I wouldn't mind trying to put some decks together for people. It's been a while since I've taken requests, so probably wouldn't be a bad idea. So definitely drop me a comment if you got something you want to see. And as always, guys, appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this fun deck tonight. Like I said, nothing crazy, nothing too... You're not going to win tons of games with it, but if you like the combos and you like trying to have fun cycling, this is definitely a deck to try out. It's honestly, I really enjoy playing it. But all right, guys, have a good night. Hopefully you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.